Good morning, Cypress Village residents. This is Ty Morgan, your Executive Director. I want to welcome everyone to Virtual Coffee Chat this morning, and thanks to all our viewers who are tuned in this morning and our faithful coffee chatters that are in person. A big good morning to everyone. It has been an absolutely stunning week. I surely hope this weather lasts into the weekend. I haven't checked the forecast, but yesterday and today were spectacular. So I hope you got to enjoy some of the weather, some of the beautiful flora out there. Everything's coming in so nice with the heat and sun. It's just really beautiful around the village. I want to thank you all for tuning in, and I will wrap it up with a few points of my own. Thank you.
Morning, everybody. Happy Coffee Chat. Dave Green from the Maintenance Transportation Departments giving you a couple updates. First off, a big update. We've chosen a new company for landscaping. Rupert will no longer be here after April 30th. So obviously this is going to be a big deal. Our new company is named Brightview Landscaping. They will be on property for the next month doing analyzing and giving pictures and updates and things that we can do. Because I was able to save some money in this year's budget by changing over to them. They're going to give me a price to replace all dead bushes on property, whether you're in a cypress home or an equity home. Looking forward to that. So we are going to be trying to take care of not just cypress, the common areas, but all houses out there. And I think this is really good for the community. Also, one of the other projects they're going to be working on is irrigation. One of the things they provide is an actual GPS location to all irrigation valves on property. So you're going to see them walking around your house looking for your valve box and marking it. So that's going to happen over the next month and a half. They're going to give me a quote to make sure that everything is working properly with irrigation throughout the whole community so that they can start fresh, which we agreed to. They're one of the biggest companies in the country. We've gotten a lot of recommendation. They do our competitors' landscaping. So we're really happy to bring them on board. And in the next week or two, I will bring them on Coffee Chat so you can get a good idea what the supervisor on property, our project manager, they actually have a landscape design person that will be available to the residents who want to hire them to redo their personal landscaping. This is going to be very good for the community. Ty, I, and Sarah are really super excited about it. So I'll give you more updates in the next month and let you know how it's going, and we'll go from there. Elevator. The elevator car is just about done. We had to get internet to it, believe it or not. There'll be a camera. There'll be talk to text. There'll be a lot of stuff going on with the new code. So right now we have it shut down for Monday between 7 and 11 a.m. for both elevators why they cut it over. That could change, and I will keep you updated as much as possible. Watch for the call-em-alls, the text-em-alls, community updates. As soon as I get a confirmed date, whether it's Monday or Tuesday, I will put it out. But once they cut it over, they'll be working on the right side, and it'll be another 3 to 4 weeks where the right side will be down. But when you see the interior of the new car and how it's going to work, I think everything will be worth the wait. So pretty excited about that as well. Egret Hall doors, the ship date is April 28th. So you figure it's going to take about a week to get to Jacksonville, and then we will schedule the installation. We will be working with CLS and dining to try to make it the least impactful time. They need at least 2 to 3 days to get it installed. So we're looking forward to that as well. Last but not least, if you talk to Ashley today, wish her good luck. Today is her last day. She is moving on to a different company. But on the good news is Julia from CLS has agreed to take over the position. So in a couple weeks, she will be answering the phones and putting in the work orders for everybody. I'm very happy about that. She knows you, she knows the community. That's half the battle in that position. Plus, she has a bunch of experience from her past in that kind of role. So it's a win-win for everybody. That's all I got this week. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Hello, Cypress Village. This is Laurel Mundell, your Director of Administrative Services. For starters, I wanted to give you an update. It's April, so Comcast upgrades are happening community-wide. We did find in the healthcare center that there are about 23, 24 units that have televisions with that arm that comes out of the wall. That has created a little bit of a challenge for the system, so that they're just gonna have to reroute it a different way. So they're a little delayed on getting the upgrade starting in the skilled nursing facility, and they wanted to start with that before they went community-wide with independent living and assisted living. But still, call that number that's in the app, in the weekly update, if you have any questions about your specific devices. All you need is to find the serial number on your equipment and then call in saying you just want to confirm whether or not your equipment needs to be upgraded, if you have any questions about that. And what they're taking out, if you have those little white boxes that are attached to the wall with the coax coming out of them, those are the ones that they're taking away. If you already have technology that works with the X1 features, this doesn't even apply to you. But like I said, any questions, just let me know. Directory letters. So I gave those out a couple weeks ago. They are due today. So if you haven't already turned in your directory letter, if you need updates, any kind of edits, please make sure you get that to the concierge desk by the end of today, and then we're going to get working on the directory. Like I said, that applies to pre-orders as well. Please, if you want to pre-order for a directory, get that information for me by the end of the day today, if at all possible. That's going to give me my count to work off of, so that I know that our final price that we're going to charge. I'll do the order in June so that there's time for me to prepare the directory with all of the new information that you've provided. So I'll probably do a last call then as well, in case, so I don't want you to feel like you're missing out. But in terms of your information, you must absolutely have that by end of day today. Okay, you also received, this would have been on Wednesday night or Thursday morning, a letter in your in-house box that is both a letter and a form about our private service provider policy. This is not a new policy. This is actually something that is in all of your contracts about third-party services coming in. This is just one that we are really needing to buckle down on and enforce 100%. So we have thought we were doing the right thing, because we know residents have their preferred people to come in to take care of them, but we really need to ensure that everyone that's coming in is credentialed appropriately. That includes things like a background check, a TB screening, that they have a negative TB test. They have to have liability insurance, and they have to have proof of employment, whether they're self-employed or working for a company. And if they don't have those things, their badge will print out and say that they're unverified. Or if they're not signing into AccuShield at all, that's also a problem. Everyone needs to be signing into AccuShield. So this letter is to explain the policy again and offering you an opportunity to self-report anyone that you have coming in that you are paying or that they are being paid by someone to come into our community. This doesn't apply to family and friends. You don't have to disclose your friends, everybody that's coming over for lunch or dinner or coming to hang out. This is purely for the people that are receiving a paycheck to be inside our building that are not Cypress Village employees. We must have all of their names on record so that we can load them to our system and that we know that they're checking in appropriately. Ty is going to speak more to it on his side. Ashley's going to speak to it on her side. Security is going to enforce this policy. But I just want to be very clear that come May, we will turn these people away. And it's going to be a community-wide effort, whether it's a server to a director that sees somebody with an unverified badge or a badge that they aren't wearing a badge, they are going to be escorted out of the community. We are going to be that serious about it. So I just want you all to have this entire month to prepare and to make plans accordingly for how you're going to ensure all of your people that are coming in are credentialed the way that they should be. And all of this is through AccuShield. I'm going to include the email address and the phone number that your providers can call to make sure all of their information is submitted. It's very simple. They can either email it and send it to AccuShield, or they can call in and get further instruction if it needs to be mailed in or faxed in, what have you. But there are options for support, and I don't want to put this all on you. It really should be them, and if they're self-employed, they know how to handle it. There is a $9 fee per month for AccuShield to manage their services that does go to the vendor. The vendor is to pay it. And so I just want to be forthright about that. And some people have avoided that charge by just avoiding sign-in. No more. We are not allowing that. So if you have any questions about how that is going to work, feel free to speak with me. I know Ty and I are on the same page, Ashley, and all three of us are on the same page with this, and security is going to start enforcing very seriously coming May. So we just want to make sure everyone's well aware this month to get your ducks in order. And then as an added note to that, everyone should be wearing their name badge. So residents, if you have your resident name badge, you need to be wearing it. If you don't have a resident name badge, order another one. You can do that through Concierge or through Donna Buckley directly, and we'll make sure that we get you your name badge. But we need to have that on, again, for compliance, to make sure if it's a new server, a new concierge receptionist, a new guard, that they know exactly who you are by your identification. And then likewise, we're cracking down on the employees as well, that they're wearing their badges so that no matter who is out, somebody is going to have a form of identification on them. All right. And then lastly, I want to give a big welcome to our new security manager, Dr. Bruce Whitman. He's going to come on in a couple minutes just to explain a little bit about himself, say hi to you all. And I do want to say Scott's still with us. He's going to be working out his notice up until the babies come home and that he is able to transition home. So there's plenty to do, though. There's plenty to do with having both of them here. We're going to keep him busy, make sure Bruce is well trained and that he knows exactly what he's taking on. It's going to give him a chance to kind of be an outsider looking in for a little bit so he can see the areas of opportunity.
Good greetings, everybody. I am Dr. Bruce Whitman, and I'm so excited to be here. I am retired law enforcement, so I have plenty of years of investigative experience as well as patrolling the streets. So a lot of experience, and I am a lieutenant commander in the Navy Reserves. I am getting ready to retire from that. I am an intelligence officer. I've done work with NCIS all the way up to the Riverine Squadron, and I've worked for 5th Fleet in the Middle East, which is, as you know from the news, is front and center with all the stuff going on with Iran. So I come with a lot of experience. I'll be bringing top-notch, technically advanced, as much as I can that's compatible for this community. I'm going to bring it. Personally, I can't wait to meet everybody. I'm very approachable. The thing that stands out for me, for Cypress, is just the people. People are absolutely amazing, and I felt welcome from my first interview, and that settled me down, and I was convinced that this is the place I need to be. So I look forward to meeting everybody. Thank you so much.
Good morning, villagers. Ashley Miller here, your Director of Resident Services. I hope you all have had a wonderful week. I have just a couple updates from the Wellness Center. Of course, stop by today anytime between 10:30 and 12 for breakfast and BPs. Patty will be taking blood pressures. Come have a nice little social hour with your neighbors, and of course, get a nice light breakfast snack. And don't forget to meet me today at 1 o'clock in the main lobby for our social walking club. Bring a friend, bring a pet. Let's take a nice little walk around Lake Cypress together. And then Social Walking Club will be back on Tuesday at 11:30 with Cindy Woolridge. We're also very excited to announce that we'll be offering guided weekly meditations now. That will be starting on April 7th with Deb. Mindful Moments Meditations will be at 1:30 in the Marsh Media Lounge every Tuesday, so don't miss out. Grief Support will be back with Bobby on Tuesday, April 7th as well. That'll be at 3 p.m. in room A6. And we have quite a few wonderful events next Wednesday that will be raising awareness and help support Parkinson's Foundation. So get your walking shoes on, meet us down in the main lobby at 9 a.m. for our community Parkinson's Awareness Walk. And then we're going to be participating in the national Pump It Up for Parkinson's event. You guys probably remember this from years past, but it's a wonderful day-long event that we will be tracking your steps. Every step matters, every step counts. We will have these wonderful little tracking sheets that will be located in the fitness center and outside of the CLS office. You can write your name, write how many steps. We also have some conversion options if you don't want to just step and you want to bicycle, or if you're swimming, if you're taking a fitness class. All of those steps and movements matter, so we want to track those for the day. So looking forward to a wonderful Pump It Up for Parkinson's day-long event. And then to close the day out, get your $20 ready. Come down to the Egret Hall for our Parkinson's Trivia Night. That $20 will get you entry to play, and it will also be donated to the Parkinson's Foundation. So trivia starts at 4. Jam-packed day on the 8th. Looking forward to seeing you all at each event. Guardian Pharmacy will be back in the Wellness Center on Wednesday, April 8th from 9 till 12. The medication cycle pickup will be for Tower A and the houses. Health Pro Heritage will have their monthly walk and talk on Thursday, April 9th. That starts at 10 a.m. Meet Danny and the team down in the main lobby for, of course, a lovely stroll around Lake Cypress. And then we'll finish up in the Marsh Media Lounge on a talk for how movement is medicine, especially for those living with movement disorders. And Caregiver Support Group with Bobby will be back next Thursday, April 9th at 11 a.m. That'll be in the 7th floor activities room. And wellness orientation will be canceled next week. Chrissy and I will be up in Des Moines for our Navigator Conference. This is an annual conference for our other health and wellness navigators within the LCS community. So we're really excited to go have a wonderful conference, learn so much information to bring back to you all. So with that being said, the Wellness Clinic will be open regular business hours. Ella will be there Monday through Friday. The Wellness Center will be closed Tuesdays. If you have a massage already coordinated with Kelly, that will still be open for you. And Wednesdays, Guardian Pharmacy will be here. Jasmine will be in from 9 to 12. So that will be all as regularly scheduled. Christy and I will just be out for a few days. And then lastly, as you all know, your safety is our top priority. So you all should have received a letter regarding our personal service provider policy. So if you have any questions regarding a caregiver or care concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My direct number is 807-6118. I'm happy to talk through any of that policy or any questions, comments, or concerns you might have. And for our daily dose of wellness, I just simply want to wish you all a very happy Passover week and also a very blessed Easter Sunday. May we all come together in unity and love during this very special season. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you around the village.
Cypress Village, it's Danny from Rehab. How you doing today? We have our monthly walk and talk next week. That will be April 9th. We're going to be walking around the lake, coming back for a little talk afterwards. This month's talk is on Parkinson's and just movement. Whether you have Parkinson's disease or not, we will still encourage you to come out for the walk. You might have a friend who has this, maybe a family member, or just want to learn a little something. We like to have fun. We'll be doing that walk again at 10 a.m., meeting in the main lobby, followed shortly after by our presentation in the Marsh Media Lounge. Happy Easter. Got some chocolates here. Come see us.
Good morning, Cypress Village residents. It's Bree-Ann from Community Life Services with a few fun updates, and then we'll get into events for the week. The first one I want to talk about is the UNF trip to MedNexus on Thursday, April 16th. We've had a couple questions regarding what it means for our residents. As we all know, we have a partnership with the University of North Florida, and they have this group called MedNexus that is a research group that is doing research based on health and wellness around our community at large. And so they want to share their findings, talk about what they've been working on and how it affects our health and wellness community at large. So, for example, physiological and brain sciences, physical therapy, public health, and biology. And it would be good for the residents to attend because it could affect your doctors, it could affect your hospitals that you go to and care communities just like ours. So it's just good to be in the know. If you're interested in going, just please sign up with CLS and it should be a great time. Next, I want to talk about the donation drive that we're currently having for Every Pet. They used to be called No More Homeless Pets, and they have a facility where they provide minimal cost veterinary care for the Northeast Florida region. And we are going to be doing a tour of their facility on April 14th. They have asked for donations of a couple things: towels, cat food specifically. They have lots of dog food, but they really need dry cat food. Toys, blankets, towels, anything that you have extra lying around your apartment, or maybe pick up at the store for some dry cat food. The table outside of the CLS office is available for you to drop off your donations, and then we will bring them along with us when we go do the facility tour on the 14th. So please make sure to drop off your donations before then. Next, I want to talk about the Parkinson's Walk. On next Wednesday, April 8th, is our Pump It Up for Parkinson's Walk and Trivia event. We are going to be hosting the walk in the morning, and then we will have our trivia event in the afternoon. I'll give a few more details later, but what I want to talk to you guys about is our step tracker. It is a Health Peak community-wide initiative for all communities to track our steps to get to a specific goal for Pump It Up for Parkinson's. So this weekend or Monday, CLS is going to put in a tracker form for you to write down your steps that you get on April 8th. And we will track your steps to get us towards a portfolio-wide goal for Pump It Up for Parkinson's. The next update I want to talk to you guys about is to remind you of our Mother's Day tea craft. So every year in May, we host a Mother's Day tea. This year, it will be May 9th. At 11 a.m. in Egert Hall. But to prepare for that, we are encouraging all of our residents who take part in the tea to wear their most festive hats. And to prepare for that, we're doing a craft on Monday, April 13th in the Osprey Fitness Studio. We ask that residents provide their own hat. You can grab a hat from Goodwill or Hope's Closet, Walmart, Target, Kohl's, anything like that, and then we will provide the items to decorate your hat. I have gotten a few examples from a resident, Joan McVeigh, who does a beautiful design with hats. And so the first one I want to show you is this gorgeous white piece. She asked me to put it on, so let me show it off for you. But it is shown off with these beautiful tulle and these flowers, and we will provide the decorations on here, but if you have anything from your collection that you want to include on your hat, anything can be a hat decoration. Please bring it with you. The other hat I want to show you is a little bit more fun, and because it is a tea party theme, she made a tea party themed hat. Isn't that beautiful? With this beautiful purple tulle and then this gorgeous tea set on it. So it can be any kind of theme you want. If you want to feature it after your grandchildren or sports or any kind of fun activity you do, just make sure to bring any supplies that you want specifically, and then we will provide other materials for your hat. Make sure to sign up with the CLS office. The last thing I really want to talk about is very special to me. My husband and I got married a couple years ago, and I wanted to let everybody know that we are now expecting our first child. I am currently 8 weeks pregnant. I'm due November 12th, so the day after Veterans Day. So we're very excited. We don't know what the gender is yet. We're gonna find out in the next couple weeks, and I will let you guys know. But we're very, very excited. This is something my husband and I have wanted for a couple years now, so we're very excited to grow our family. We also just recently bought a house, so there's a lot of big changes for our family, and I just wanted to share it with my Cypress Village family. So I appreciate any support that you can give me. If you've got any parenting advice, I will gladly take it. Please feel free to reach out, call, email, and anything you want to talk about regarding kids, that would be great. Now let's get into the events for the week. So tonight, April 3rd at 7 p.m. in Egert Hall, we've got live music with KTG Entertainment. They're a new group to our community, and I told them that they need to be prepared for some dancey music. They're really looking forward to joining us, so we're excited for that. Saturday, April 4th at 10 a.m. at the Boathouse, we've got the family Easter egg hunt. So please make sure to stop by and enjoy some food, bring your grandkids or your great-grandkids, and it should be a lot of fun. The Easter Bunny will be there, and it'll be a great time. At 7 p.m. on Saturday in Egret Hall, we've got a concert from Duo Arpeggione. They've been here with us before. They are a cello and piano duo, so make sure to stop by for a great performance. On Monday, April 6th at 3:30 p.m. in the Osprey Fitness Studio, we are going to have our Wild Wonders Animal Show, which will feature reptiles and other small critters for residents to learn and pet and touch. I'm really looking forward to that. And then on Wednesday, we've got our Pump It Up for Parkinson's walk. The walk begins at 9 a.m. in the main lobby. We will do the walk around the circle, and then we will commune for a light breakfast in the Loon's Nest. I think we're going to get it catered out, or we might have dining supply something small, but it will be a light breakfast in the Loon's Nest. And then that night at 4 p.m., we are going to be doing trivia to support the Parkinson's Foundation. This is going to be our normal trivia night, but we will have a special category of Parkinson's-related questions. It is $5 to play for everyone, but we will have a lovely chocolate prize for the winning team and each player on the winning team, so please make sure to come down and show your support. And the last thing I want to talk to you about is Thursday, April 9th at 12 p.m. in Egret Hall. We've got our art show featuring our resident Diane Frazier. It's going to be a beautiful show. She had a studio downtown for a long time, and so now she's showing off her work to our residents. So please make sure to stop by. And I will see you guys next week. Bye!
Good morning, everybody. This is Tyler with Dining Services, Tyler Ramos with Dining Services. I have a few things today, so I'm going to try and make it short and sweet, but a little bit of feedback, a little bit of everything. The first is MemoMate. We've received the feedback from the MemoMate phone calls that you all made. We hear you. We're trying to do what we can for immediate, short-term, long-term answers and fixes to the feedback we received. The main thing we heard with the MemoMate feedback is consistency across mainly Middleton's, but all venues. But Middleton's being the focus. So temperature and food quality, both kind of tying together. When the meats are over-prepared because they've sat in a chafing dish, then the quality is gone. So what we are looking to do is find answers for those problems. And we have some, we've already put some in place, but we're looking for the long term so that we have what is not a Band-Aid, but an actual fix. So in our April newsletter, you will see some of the feedback answers, or answers to the feedback we received. You'll see some of the ideas that we have to put in place or that we've already implemented so that we can kind of fix or remedy some of the concerns. The other item in the MemoMate feedback was mainly for dietary preferences. So what we are doing is publishing on all of our menus when an item contains gluten, because the majority of the time it will not contain gluten. That's something I'm happy to say, but you all want to know if it does, so that's what we're going to do. In Lakeside, Middleton's, and Loon's Nest, you will see contains gluten if it does. Loon's Nest is going to be the difficult one because of that being more of that bar setting. So that one is the area where I do not, calmly or safely say that most are prepared without gluten. That's the one where gluten-free will be published instead of containing gluten. The other item that we had focused on with dietary preferences was our low sodium diets, those that are worried about sodium, consumption of sodium. That one is another one that I feel very comfortable saying that we do not use salt in much of what we're doing at all. So we don't buy complete seasoning. We do not use salt in our preparation of Middleton's meals. If we're doing anything, it'll be a 17 seasoning that is sodium free. It's purchased specifically so that the taste is still, what we want, but without adding that concern. So low sodium is more difficult for us to publish on a regular basis, but we will let you know and educate as we need that our soup, low sodium base, our meals are made with a complete seasoning rather than, the 17 seasoning rather than a complete seasoning so that it does not contain salt. It's on the tables. We are purchasing more salt and pepper shakers so that they're on the table so that you have the option to add to it if you would like. The next item I have some good news coming up. We have Easter. We're looking forward to it. The menu is going to be what we're hoping for. With holidays, an exaggeration on what we would normally offer. So we'll have the lamb carving station. We'll have, the house turkey. We'll have your Easter ham, as well as oysters on the half shell, a mimosa and Bloody Mary bar. Those are all things that we're going to be having that'll be included in the meal this Sunday. I'm looking forward to it. I will be here. I'm going to be happy to see you all. The Loon's Nest that evening, because of the holiday, will be running a limited menu, and then it is also to help prep for the new menus coming out on Monday. So Easter Sunday leads to Monday. Monday in the Loon's Nest, we will be closed for lunch so that we can prep for the dinner menu, the new menu coming out that evening. Easter Sunday brunch, that sort of thing happening, leads me to the next topic, and that is Sunday brunch. We have been reading the data, and we realize that timing changes need to be made to our Sunday brunch, not to really reduce what we're offering, but to make it make sense. So we're open from 11 to 3 right now. We will need to change the timing in which we are operating for Sunday brunch from 11 to 3 to 11 to 2. That hour of 2 to 3 p.m. on any given Sunday for the past couple of months, we're only seating about 4 people per hour for that hour. So yeah, it's one of those things where we just need to kind of cut that tie. But we will make you aware when that happens. While we're talking about hours of operation, the Sandpiper store is another one where we are open from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Really not seeing anything between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. on any given day. So what we are looking at doing and changing is the hours from 11 to 5 to 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Same duration, but different time frame. So like I said before, we will make you all aware as to when these hours will go into effect, but I'm just trying to get the news spread, really. The last operation change would be for our breakfast. So it's not reducing anything, it's actually adding. So currently we are not open for breakfast on Saturdays. This is not something that we have started just yet. I know it was published and that was on accident, but it is something that we're looking to do. Residents, you really rallied when we were asking for you all to show up for breakfast on a continual basis, and that's happened. I'm happy about it, and now the demand is there for Saturday morning. So what we are looking to do is open for Saturday. We have somebody there to serve. We really just need somebody there to cook, and that's just going to take a little coordination, but we will make you aware as to when that will be in effect. It will happen. So thank you. The last thing I really wanted to say is just that we are listening. I know you probably haven't seen much of me. I know that for a fact lately, but it's because we're working on building these ideas to improve what you all have informed me of over the past month or two. So check-in processes in Middleton's, Lakeside, temperature, meal qualities. We are working on fixing these things so that you all do not feel the duress or stress that comes with these meals or day-to-day processes to eat in one of our venues. I appreciate everything, you all. That's all I've got. I'll see you in a little bit.
All right, good morning, everybody. This is Tyler Pizek, Associate Dining Director here at Cypress Village. A couple things I have today, more than usual. First things first, I heard nothing but great things on this ballpark bite menu that we had last Thursday and Friday. People are saying how it changed the whole, let's just say, vibe at the Loon's Nest. And plus, who doesn't like a $2 beer? I know I could go for one right now. It's probably 9 a.m., probably too early. But with that being said, next week we're going to be doing something for the Masters. Same kind of concept. We're going to do stuff that they sell at the Masters. Your pimento cheese. You know what? I'm not going to give you all the details, but just be prepared. I might look like a caddy that day, but we'll have some fun. But I will still do those $2 beers. Another thing. So speaking of Loon's Nest, Sunday night after Easter, it will be open, but it's going to be a limited menu. So just you are aware, it will be on the app today. Also, Easter, just kind of give everyone a heads up for last minute reservations with parties of 5 or more. Unfortunately, we are booked. We were slammed. So hope to see you there, hopping around, and yeah, see you then. Another thing, Monday, The menus, like I said, will all be out for new Lakeside, and new Loon's Nest menus will be Monday. We will be closed Monday in Loon's Nest for lunch to prepare for dinner with this new menu we're having. It's basically a good spring menu. A lot of great things we're having. A couple of things we did take off, but I think what we're putting back in is going to be great. So that's basically what I want to talk about. So it's a lot of new menus happening, but sometimes change is good. And we all need a little change to switch up a little bit. Last thing, I know you might see us in ties. No, we're not getting, corporate's not here. No, none of this. Honestly, it makes us feel good too. But also knows who you could come see. You might see some supervisors and managers now in blazers. So it's just easier for residents to could see who is what. And it kind of helps the ambiance and the service and what dining is. And the hospitality, that's what it's all about. So it's really all about what I have. Looking forward to you guys for next week, and let's have some fun. Have a great day.
Hi, my name is Zach Stevens. I work as a server in the Loon's Nest, and I've worked here for almost 3 years. I'm studying finance at UNF, and I'm just about ready to finish my degree at the end of this year. I'm still working out my path in life, but my hopes are that I can get an internship at both my parents work at banks, and so I've always had banking in my idea for my future, so hopefully I can get an internship and move up in the world there. If I didn't have a scholarship, I would have to consider my other options for financial aid and possibly be paying out of pocket, and so it takes all of that stress off of my shoulders and lets me focus on the school rather than the finances. I definitely want to say thank you to all the residents who donate to the scholarship fund, because it is certainly one of the best parts about working here, and it's one of the things that gets me up in the day and ready and happy to work and do everything that there is to do in the day. It just gives me that extra push.
All right, I'm back, and the first order of business is pretty serious, and Laurel as well as Ashley had talked a little bit about our personal service provider policy. I've referenced it in the past couple coffee chats. I just want residents that have personal service providers to take this messaging very, very seriously. We are in a 30-day window from April 1st to the end of April for all personal service providers to make sure that they get all of their credentialing into AccuShield and accurate. If it is not taken care of, and compliant, which would include background screenings, free from communicable diseases, sex offender lists, that whole list of things, just in making sure that all of our people in this building are safe, have to be completed by the end of April. If that is not completed, we are not going to let these caregivers in, and we do not want you to go without care or services that you need. So the letter went out, I want to say on Thursday, to all residents. We are asking residents that do have personal service providers to please self-report on who they are so we can make sure that they are safe and compliant. The overarching goal here is to make sure any people that are in our building are either vetted or vetted to the best that we can vet them, and that they're safe to be in your apartment and in our building with other residents. So safety, this is going to be a big, big focus and a cultural change, because we have been very lax on it for a period of time. So again, don't want to belabor it, but we are taking it very serious moving forward. Next week, I do have my first site visit to the community that is now reporting to me. I will be out on Monday and Tuesday. Actually, I'll be here Monday probably for a half day, leaving Monday afternoon. I will be in Clearwater all day Tuesday, returning Tuesday night, and back to the village on Wednesday. Just wanted to let residents know that's where I will be. I'm available by phone or email, but it may be a little delayed before I respond. On to my favorite part of Coffee Chat, or my second favorite part, and that's resident recognitions. I was fortunate enough to attend the handbells rehearsal here last week, and our very own Katie Amador is actually a performer. But I do want to say these practices or rehearsals, man, it is very intense, and it's a lot. I tried myself to participate with Sue Ellen Pinkerton, and I was struggling. So I want to give a big shout out to all the handbell players for all of their work for the concert that they provide to our residents. I was super impressed with the overall focus and engagement. So a big shout out to all of you. I also want to thank Judy Emmett again for allowing me to participate in the Passover Seder dinner last night, an event. It was fantastic, and Judy, I do appreciate you including me and really taking the reins on these holidays that are so important to our residents here. So big shout out to her. I also want to give our floor leaders, Louise Fontecchio and Linda Dougherty, a big shout out. The floor leaders are doing an amazing job. I have witnessed in the last week several floor leaders touring new residents throughout the community, showing them all the amenities, where to go, how to do things, introducing them to the business office. So just a huge shout out to the floor leaders. It is so critical for new residents moving in to get their bearings. And we want to give you all a shout out today. And last but not least on the recognition, Jackie Bussey and Nancy Thompson for doing the same thing on the unit leaders side in the houses, equally as important. And I can tell you all of your efforts have made Cypress the success it is. We get great feedback from all the new move-ins moving in, and that's partially staff, but a huge part of the floor and unit leaders. So huge thank you. And we actually are looking forward to seeing all the floor and unit leaders on our meeting next week on Tuesday. So again, big thank you to all of you. And on to the trivia winner this week. We got the Riot Squad. Let's go Riot Squad. And that's Bob Lamphere, Ken Barber, Gail Reed, Sue Harrelson, Kathy Creighton, Sally Chappell, and Tom Reed. Sorry, Tom, I almost missed you. I do have a disclaimer / clarification on the picture that we usually see for the Riot Squad. There is a very important figure that's not usually in there, and I think he runs the sporting music side, and his name is Mr. Tom Vogel. Mr. Vogel and Riot Squad, congratulations on a big win last week. Again, we'll see if we can get a three-peat this year. And last but not least, birthdays. We have a good group of residents here. I'm going to kick it off on the first. Mr. Ken Ingram, happy birthday to you, belated birthday. Ann Gadd and Millie Perlman, happy birthdays to you, belated birthdays. They were yesterday, so if you want to reach out to Ann and Millie. We have two on the 4th, one of our new residents, Miss Marie Foster. Marie, happy birthday to you. And Miss Susan Myrick, happy birthday to you both on Saturday. We've got two Carols on the 5th. We've got the lovely Carol Hawes and the lovely Carol Lazo on the 5th. We've got a new resident, Miss Connie Annis. It is a big birthday for her. It's her number 94th birthday on the 6th, along with Claudia Town. She's not 94, but she's on the 6th. Happy birthday to you, Claudia. Barbara Feldman and Don Toohey are on the 7th. Don and Barbara, wishing you a happy birthday. Rodney Graybill, happy 94th to you on the 8th. And Shirley Deal, happy birthday to you, of 90th birthday on the 8th. And a new resident, Mr. Morris Steen, who sent me a very nice letter after he moved in. Happy birthday to you, Morris. And I am going to end it on the 9th, and that is with Miss Sandy Stegmeyer. Sandy, happy birthday to you, coming up on the 9th. Residents, that's going to cap off another virtual coffee chat this week. I want to thank you all for tuning in, and thanks for everything. Enjoy the rest of your day and the weekend. God bless to all of you, and happy Easter.